it's that time of the month, isn't it? Yeah, another YouTuber has been called out. 1.34 million subscribers. The quote-unquote legend himself, konekokitten, has been called out as a groomer and a pedophile. It's just typical from the Roblox community, isn't it? Now, this involves a situation that happened nearly 2 years ago. I remember konekokitten literally DMing me on Twitter saying, please take down the video, whatever. Anyways, yeah, this involves a situation that happened nearly 2 years ago with a big YouTuber. They made like a cute content, if you could call it that. Here are a few examples, like, oh my god, Wii games, so cute, guys. Nintendo, very cute. Multi-billion-dollar company, very cute. And yeah, they got exposed. Like, their reputation was practically destroyed because they got exposed for being abusive to Koneko. They got loads of harassment for this. They got like swatting. Their like songs that they didn't like got like re-uploaded because and just the album art would be like labeled them as a groomer with a red arrow pointing to them and stuff. Like, all of that insane stuff happened because konekokitten called them out. Koneko keeps making videos for the next 2.5 years about Roblox and how they did an oopsie. Yeah, basically he does that for the next like 4 years. And yeah, it was definitely a big situation like 2 years ago. Not really anymore. It wasn't really talked about. Koneko was still seen as a good person in the community. Now he starts to slow down for the next 2.5 years. It slows down over time to better himself and go to the gym. And he does that. It does that quite successfully. He talks about stuff in the car like Topster. Yeah, he talks about like his regret for all the stuff he made like 2 years ago, 3 years ago at this point, about like saying that Roblox did an oopsie, and he regrets all of that stuff, which is fine. I was quite proud of him for doing that. But Paolo made a video. Narpy came back saying it's been a while and debunked all of the claims made against him, re-invalidating himself. And this also, of course, like naturally involves konekokitten. Now there's a bunch of screenshots on screen right now. Basically saying that their relationship was not one-sided at all. They were both complicit in it. They both actively involved themselves in it, and it's just a flat-out lie that konekokitten said, "Guys, I didn't really want it," when they really did. They really did.
However, my point was that this was not a one-sided relationship. Koneko and I both did this willingly and mutually. Koneko had stated in his document that he never once asked me for. This is completely untrue.
Now, he full-on addresses this in the response video that I'm going to be talking about later, but, you know stuff's bad when Paolo makes a video, and he basically made a video, like, clumping everything into one, saying that konekokitten is bad, which, for the time being, looks very true, to be honest, and konekokitten actually made a response. I'm not going to go over everything. That doesn't mean that you should invalidate people's experiences, because what konekokitten has been exposed for is disgusting, and people have said that before, and I've said that before, and it's just disgusting. Hey everyone, as of editing this video right now, konekokitten made a response video and then has swiftly taken it down, which is definitely interesting behaviour. I have no idea what this means. He could be taking full accountability for it and making a second response video. I do not really know, but yeah, it's definitely disconcerting to say the least. All of the rest of this video is practically just me reading the comments, and I'm gonna keep that in the video, but yeah, I have no like screenshots to back it up with, so you're gonna have to just take my word for it, but they were there. I mean, you can ask people that were there in the comments, you can ask people like, I hate to get them involved, but you can ask people like Paolo or YouTuber on Twitter and see, yes, these comments were there, because they were. Yeah. Bye. In the end, Narpy has zero wrongs in this situation involving me. I have admitted to everything else in this video, in his video, as true, and our conversations were genuine. I have no denial at the end, and I want to be a better man from this point forward. I'm willing to accept all criticisms of this video. I'm genuinely not trying to lie or not be forthcoming to my degeneracy as a young man. These were not mistakes, they were bad actions from my part as a young man that are deserving of criticism. Now, there's some parts of the video, you can go watch it yourself. I'm not going to like re-upload re-upload this video practically. But yeah, there was a few remarks from Parlo. I think Parlo made a response to everything. Hey everyone, back again, post-production Topster here. It got re-uploaded. Now the initial conversation with Parlo and konekokitten, I can't find that anywhere. Apparently a YouTuber, which I will not name, has the conversation, so I will probably be able to implement screenshots of the entire thing. It was apparently re-uploaded as I used YouTube video editor on the video, and it turned the video into a 5-second clip. This video is not intentionally removed. I don't know how true that is, probably true to be honest, but yeah, it was taken down and it's now back up, so it's clear that he's standing by with what he said. Made a comment about everything. I'm trying to find it now. Yeah, so why do you not mention the fact that you quite literally solicited illegal, explicit images from minors, which is a crime, and you keep stating how it was half a decade ago to try and word manipulate the time period to make it seem make it seem like time invalidates what happened. I did not use those words to manipulate time period, but that's when it was. 2019 was nearly 5 years ago now. Now most of the situation, most of the stuff that happened was in September, so now it's really 4. If you're going to talk about that, really, it was actually 4 in a few months, 4 in 1 month. So yeah, saying it 5, a little bit disingenuous, but whatever, we can get past that. I have admitted to everything that Narpy said and stated it as true. I do not feel the need to regurgitate what I've said I'm already guilty for. I have stated that our conversation should have never happened, and it is entirely on me for what happened. If you try and pry the situation to state how it's collectively degenerate, but not go into the situation regarding its illegality, then I personally don't believe that it is making amends with your past mistakes and taking up accountability for what you've done. Only when you're fully transparent about what has transpired, you can truly move on from the situation. Nothing weighing down your conscience. I don't believe you should be defined for what you did 4 years ago. But being 20 at the time, you should have known better and knew that it was against the law to do what you did. And I absolutely agree with what you're saying. I just don't really know what to say. I want to be forthcoming and honest. I felt like what I said in this video was genuine and away with all the accountability from him. That's really what I wanted to do. I don't think you should be shunned from the internet or cancelled, and I admire the progress that you're taking to put on self-betterment, but this response feels like it doesn't go into more what transpired in those messages. It feels like a generalised what had happened as degenerate rather than illegal in certain cases. I wish you the best, but this situation is much like a punch in the gut at konekokitten. So yeah, this has had a vast consequences to the Roblox community, because this man was practically the morality of the entire community for 3 years? If konekokitten talked about a situation, then it was bad, alright? If he made one opinion, then 90% of the time the community would go with his opinion. He was the drama YouTuber. He was the YouTuber that talked about drama, and yeah, that was basically truth. Whatever he said was seen as truth, alright? He was basically seen as the moral center, and seeing that kind of crumble before our very eyes was kind of disconcerting, to say the least. Now, I do respect Koneko for trying to move forward with this, but I feel like a second video is definitely warranted, at least on his second channel, talking about, the legality of all of this, because, a lot of it is not legal at all, and yeah, it's definitely disappointing to see this behavior from such a beloved YouTuber. I mean, people like a bunch of people have just been absolutely disgusted with this, and I don't blame them. It's definitely degenerate what happened. Now, there are a few rumors going around that konekokitten apparently dated a 16-year-old when they were 20. Now, this person goes by Misskeeping. Please do not get them involved. Apparently this stuff happened. I have no idea. I've never talked to Misskeeping in my life. I've never seen any images from that. Most of the community back in 2019, because it was public, most of the community was supporting Koneko, saying, oh, it's platonic, so who cares? But it was definitely very, very weird. 20 and 16, not not two numbers that you want to go together. And it's kind of baffling to me that people like Call Me Carson, which, you know, it isn't really involved, but not really involved in this situation, but it's baffling to me that people like Call Me Carson have had their like entire career basically ripped away from them, like getting 100 times less of views or whatever. Their stuff's been, you know, destroyed, and, you know, they've been cancelled, but stuff like this has been, you know, given less of a less scrutiny, which is concerning, to be honest. But yeah, that's what I really have to talk about. It's definitely screwed up. It's just sad to me, to be honest, because this was the guy that literally got me into Roblox commentary in the first place, and seeing that he's basically a degenerate or literally a groomer, then it's definitely disconcerting. But yeah, thank you, and goodbye.